Hello students, in the last lecture we have started the quantum mechanical model of atom. Okay, where you learned about the what is the Schrodinger wave equations, what is the psi, what is the chi square, okay, what is the probability of finding of an electron, okay. So where it is more, okay, that you call it as a orbital, and you also learned about the nodes, okay, nodes where the finding of an orbital, where the finding of an electron is zero, okay, right. So now we are going to see the quantum numbers, orbitals and quantum numbers, okay. So orbitals, you know that generally in an atom there are plenty of orbitals can be present, plenty of orbitals can be present, okay. So that means in general a large number of orbitals are possible in an atom, okay. You know that small simplest atom hydrogen, you can see the one orbital, that is a s orbital, okay. But when you come to the some like zinc, okay, so what, how many orbitals can be present? More, right? More s orbital, like 1s orbital, 2s orbital, 3s orbital, okay. How you are telling these are they precise, they distinguish like that, okay. So but generally when you, if you don't know anything, what do you know? Simply how you will tell that what is that orbital, okay. So for that what they have done is that those orbitals, they are distinguished, okay, they are classified, or they are uh, ordered, okay, by their size, shape and orientations, okay. First initially what they have done is that they are distinguished them by their size, shape and orientations, okay. But that was not precisely, because if suppose you assume that if the size is small, they thought that if the smile is, the size of the orbital is small, that is close to the a nucleus, okay. If the size is large, that is away to the uh, that is away to the nucleus, okay. But uh, come to the shape, some of them are spherical in shape, and some of them are dumbbell shape, and some of them double dumbbell shape, okay. But whatever it is, by simply by distinguishing with the size, shape and orientations, you cannot find the exact things, okay. So that is the reason why they used some numbers, quantum numbers, they called as a quantum numbers, because the quantum mechanics, in the quantum mechanics, by using the quantum mechanics, they are doing all these things, okay. So that is the reason they call it as a quantum numbers. By using some numbers precisely, they distinguished precisely, okay, accurately they are distinguished, okay. Very simple, it is like your address, your postal address, okay. So here our India is a very large, right, okay. And in that there are many houses are there, many houses are there, like orbitals, many orbitals, okay. And you see, how can you distinguish, how can you distinguish, if suppose if I wrote a letter, how it will come to you, how it will reach to you, okay. For that you have an address, okay. For that they are classified that India into the states, and further districts, and they further mandal, and then after that the villages and house numbers, okay, like that. Here is also same thing, they used some numbers. With that numbers, the quantum numbers, they are classified, they are uh, precisely classified, precisely separated, distinguished them, okay. So here what are the quantum numbers then, what are the quantum numbers they use, like uh, your state and district and your mandal, okay, like that. So here is also they used some quantum numbers. The first one is the principal quantum number, and second one is the azimuthal quantum number, and third one is the magnetic quantum number, fourth one is the spin quantum number. So these four things they use to separate, to distinguish the orbital, to distinguish the orbitals. Okay, so how can you consider the first one? You assume that principal quantum number is a n, and the n you assume it as a your city, and the next one is the azimuthal quantum number, it is a your colony, and magnetic moment number you assume it as a house, and the spin quantum number is your person, you, maybe you or your father or someone else. Okay, so that is nothing but your address, that is nothing but your address. Okay, your wish. If n you assume it as your state, and l u is a city, and it is a mandal, whatever it is, but it is like it is like an address. Okay, in an atom, suppose one electron is there, so for that, what is the address? How you will identify that electron, where it is? Okay, because in an atom there are many different electrons can be present, and those can be present in a different orbitals. Okay, so if you want to know the exact location of the electron, you should have an address of that orbital. Once if you know the address of the orbital, easily you can say that okay, this is the electron is present on that particular orbital. Okay, and to address that one, they used some quantum numbers. What are the quantum numbers? They used four quantum numbers. The first one is a principal quantum number, and the second one is a azimuthal quantum number, and a magnetic quantum number, and spin quantum number. Okay, these are all already you learned in the 10th class, right? And by using these quantum numbers, they precisely you can find out the position of an electron in an atom. Okay, precisely you can say the position of the electron in an atom. And not only that, you can also find out the energy of that electron. And not only that, the atomic spectrum can also be explained. Atomic spectrum. Spectrum means you learn the absorption spectra, emission spectra. Okay, so that also you will explain by using the quantum numbers. Quantum numbers. Okay, so now first we can see that what is the principal quantum number. So this is the first one. It is like our state. Okay, so very big principal quantum number is big. Okay, and what is the principal quantum number? Who proposed? The Bohr introduced this quantum number, principal quantum number. Like in this country, the Telangana is a state. Okay, so for that there is a quantum number, and Maharashtra there is another quantum number. Like okay, so n is a positive integer. The principal quantum number always be a positive integer with the value of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so and so, so and so, so and so. Okay, it cannot be a zero. It cannot be a zero. 1, 2, 3, so and so. Okay, and generally it can also gives the information about the shell. Okay, so first shell, second shell, third shell, like first state, second state, third state. Okay, so generally if the n is equal 1, we call it as a k shell. If the n is equal 2, we call it as a l shell. N is equal 3, m shell. If n is equal 4, that is the n shell. K, l, m, n, o. Okay, like this shell, right? And you know that with the increase of n value, the size of the orbit increases. The size of the orbit increases. Okay, size of the orbit, you can also call it as shell. The size of the shell also increases. Okay, so you know that whatever that shell which is close to the nucleus, that is smaller in size. Okay, and when you go away to the nucleus, the size of the shell be increases. Okay, so if this is the nucleus, according to the Bohr only introduced this, right? So the assume that he said it is a first shell, n is equal to 1, and this is n is equal to, this is little bit bigger, and this is n is equal 3, again it is little bit more bigger, and n is equal 4, again it is little bit more bigger. Okay, n is equal 1, this is a k shell, n is equal 2, this is a l shell, n is equal 3, m shell, and this is a bigger one, n is equal 4, so that it is a n shell. Okay, it is a n shell. Okay, With increasing the n value, the size of the shell increases. Okay, size. And the next, with increasing the n value, the energy of the orbital also increases. The energy of the orbital. Here you assume there is a one orbital. Okay, and there is a one more orbital here. Here I am writing. You assume that compared to here, this orbital has a less energy than this, because from here to here the size increase, n value increases, the n value increase, so that the energy of the shell also increases. Energy of the shell also increases. How can you find out the energy? By using the Bohr's law, right? In the Bohr's law there is a equation for the energy calculation for each shell, okay, in the each cell orbital. Okay, so with the increasing the n value, the energy of the orbit increases, and the number of orbital present in a principal quantum level is n square. Okay, so that means on every shell the number of orbital, the maximum number of orbital present is equal to the n square. Okay, if suppose first orbit is there, principal quantum level. Okay, so if the n is equal to 1, in this the maximum number of orbitals is equal to 1 square, that is n square. That means only 1 square means only 1, so that in this only one orbital can be present, only one orbital can be present. Okay, so that means in the principal quantum number of 1, the maximum number of orbitals, the possible orbitals is only 1. Okay, if suppose n is equal to in the second shell, okay, so how many possible number of orbitals? That is equal to n square, that is 2 square, that means 4. Okay, so that means in the n is equal to 4 orbitals can be present, 4 orbitals. Okay, 4 orbitals can be present. Okay, now come to the n is equal to 3 in the third shell. So the maximum number of orbital, the maximum number of orbital, the number of orbitals are n square, that means 3 square, that is 9 orbitals can be present. Okay, and the next one, the maximum number of electrons present in a principal quantum level, the n is nothing but principal quantum level is equal to n square. Okay, earlier it is n square, now it is 2n square, because on each orbital, you know that on each orbital how many electrons can be present? The maximum of 2 electrons. Okay, if one orbital is there, you will fill with the 2 electrons. Okay, so that means 2 into 1 square. If suppose n is equal to 1 is there, so 2 into 1 square. If suppose n is equal to 2, so that how many orbitals can be present? In n is equal to 4 orbitals. So in the 4 orbitals, how many maximum? 4 into 2, so that 8 electrons maximum. So that is nothing but a 2n square. And come to the n is equal to 3. How many orbitals are present? 9 orbitals. So each orbital occupies 2 electrons. So 9 into 12, 18 electrons maximum. Okay, so that means how you can write 2n square. So 2 into 3 square, that is 18. Okay, simple formula, 2n square. Like that you can calculate. Okay.